Did you know that Americans spend over $300 billion for prescriptions? I mean, think about it. Over half of Americans take at least one prescription every month. Where do you fit into this? Give me a thumbs up if you're part of that group. And do you know how much you've spent for drugs, over the counter drugs and prescribed drugs this year alone? My name is Roger Hardy, and I've spent hundreds of dollars every month just to get myself to where I sort of felt good, to where I could manage the day. You with me on that? You don't understand? Now, I'm not here to tell you not to take what's been prescribed to you. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just you. I'm just the guy, just like you or the gal, that I don't feel good, go to the doctor, they tell me to take something. I was at the VA the other day because I had some bronchial infection. And first thing he asked me was, well, how many drugs are you on? I'm not on any. No, seriously, how many drugs are you on? I'm not on any. I've decided not to participate in that program. Well, what do you mean? I do things holistically so that my body can fix itself. Well, how's that working for you? Well, pretty good. Then he said to me, well, why are you here? Because something's happening with my body that I want to make sure I check it out. Okay. And now my history is that I had histoplasmosis when I was 15. So I had a fungus that grew on my lungs. So I'm very particular when I get a bronchial issue. And so because of that, I have a chronic cough. And now today with all this, what's it called, coronavirus, I get people to clear away from me real quick. I get that seat real clean. But my point is this: prescribe me some drugs. And it was like, okay, I'll take them for 1 week to get rid of it. I was having a burning sensation up here. And I took them for a couple of days, and all of a sudden, some of my other issues started coming back. And it's like, no, I'm all done with taking your stuff. I'll deal with this now that I know that it's not serious, because I took x-rays and all that. When the doctor kept pressing me for, that I should be taking things, I'm thinking, no, I shouldn't. If I don't have an ailment, why should I take anything? It's preventative. Really? Take preventative medicine. I do. I do it holistically. I take things that my body understands what it is, because it's natural stuff, and it breaks it down naturally. You put some of the chemicals in from those drugs, and guess what? Your body doesn't know what to do with it. It gets confused. So it starts to have other things, other effects on your body. Then now you got to take something else to counteract that. So you got to take this for that. No. How many times have you seen people that through time, they're taking 3, 4, 5. I've got one friend that's taken over 12 drugs a day, multiple times a day. So he's taking 36 to 40 pills a day just to feel crappy. Why? If what you're taking isn't working, do something that is. If what you're taking is working for you, then by all means, don't change. But if it's not giving you the quality of life that you want, and you're always in aches and pains and out of energy, then do something about it. And that's what I did. I figured out there was a different way. And that was to find something that I could take into my body that was a preventative, that my body was able to dissolve it and utilize it appropriately. It wasn't something that was going to give me kidney failure. It wasn't something that was going to have an effect, on my liver. It wasn't something that was going to have an effect on psoriasis and all that and give me effects, or allergies, everything else. No, I'm not interested in that ballgame. How about you? Doctors will go in and they'll treat your symptoms, and then they'll treat the next symptom, and then they'll treat the next one. I want to go after the cause. What's causing my problem? Not everybody has gout. Well, then why do I have it? Why do you have what you have? It's because everybody's body is different. And so you have to go in and you have to find out what works for you. It all comes back to the gut, brain, heart, and then the communication path, the immune system. And when you work and concentrate on those areas, your body is going to fix itself. Your body's going to have the tools it needs to do what God created it for. One of the things I'll mention to you is this. Just keep in mind that all the prescription drugs and over-the-counter and that are prescribed to you, all that kind of stuff, they're regulated by the FDA. However, supplements are not. And yeah, you'll hear even some ads on TV that tells you that if it's not regulated by the FDA, question it. I agree with that. I certainly do. Because there's a lot of stuff out there that doesn't work. In fact, I've taken some stuff that had no effect on me. I don't take it, but I tried it. But I don't take it. And it's one of the things where what the FDA regulates is one thing. But when you're taking supplements, you're taking natural stuff that your body can absorb. I'm going to give you a couple of tips to keep in mind. One, when you go to the doctor, I did this. Went to the doctor, and I brought the list of all the supplements that I take. If you are taking prescription drugs, then you may want to let your doctor know what supplements you're looking to take with it. Here's another tip for you. When you try it out, don't kid yourself. You got to be honest with yourself. Do you feel a difference? I've taken a lot of stuff over the years, and there's stuff that I've had that guaranteed me all kinds of different things. And I took it and I didn't feel any difference. And okay, it didn't do anything for me. In fact, it didn't do anything for me when I quit either. But sometimes you take things and it's a slow process. You got to give it time. 30 days, you might not see a difference. After 60 days, 45 to 60 days, you should definitely feel the difference in what's going on. Because one of the things is you need to understand that when you start taking things, prescription stuff happens pretty quick. But when you're taking supplements, you're working with your body. And the supplements can take a little bit longer, but the effects are lifelong. Your body fixes itself to the best of its ability. Now, sometimes you do need to have prescribed drugs for certain things. You do need to listen to what the doctor is saying. Keep it in perspective. You look at it and you're saying, I'm doing everything that the doctor has said, and I just never feel exactly right. Well, I've been there. I've chosen to do this other thing. I feel good. Does that guarantee you will? Nope. What do you got to lose? If you like what you're seeing, hey, subscribe down below. Give me a thumbs up again.